Good evening, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of Trader Takeaways in the Wolf Den. I'm the Wolf, your host, and happy summer. It's July 17th. Got some of those old sparklers outside. It just feels like summer. What a day. GHSI, FRAN, CAPR, and then we pulled off 3 swings. Very profitable day, but a lot of mistakes. So we're just going to go ahead and have Rebecca roll executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now, let's go ahead and pull up GHSI. Now, we did some fundamental research, as we do every morning in the Wolf Trading. Sometimes they call it the Wolf Den, but it's Wolf Trading Discord room. And we came up with warrants. 2.6 million at 328 and 260K sitting at 281 overhead supply. We had some news. Blah, blah, blah. We don't really get too much into the news unless it's, phase 2 or phase 3 or phase anything trials. But the news, you can read it. It wasn't that great. So I started to come up with a thesis that we're going to scale into higher time frame volume. Now let's go ahead and pull the yearly chart. I don't know if this ticker started trading under a new name, but TOS only takes it back until April 5th of this year. And then we get massive volume coming in. We traded 544 times 10-day average, and sorry, I don't have those levels right here. Normally I do, but we had, it's not available. We had massive volume today. I apologize for the delay, but here's the volume profile. Now we can see that we have inside lines, but today's volume just destroyed it, right? So we're going to go ahead and go back over to the intraday chart. That's where the volume deposit was at. We had levels though. Guys in the room, shout out. We were working hard on these levels, and we're really working on getting these lines tweaked out so we can depend on them. Now we had 255, 219, and 187. Now we also talked about in the room that if this thing got up 255, that it could potentially run into 330, 340 zone. Shout out to Elliot, identifying that was potential dilution zone. But these guys just didn't have enough money to push it, or they didn't have enough willpower, or they didn't have enough Jedi Force or whatever, but they just didn't push it up into the primary overhead supply zone. Not too sure what's going on with that, but they did have possibility to get that 260K off at 280. So now with that being said, let's just go ahead and enhance executions. Now this chart, there's a lot of mistakes on this chart right away. My eyes are drawn to this trim, right? I'm catching nice wicks, building a position here at $2, and then catching 215 against that 219 resistance that we just identified. Now we flush down and I trim a decent amount of the position. Executions are right here. Here's the sizing so you guys can know in relation to my scale strategy. I'm trimming the position, and then I'm adding back way too low, putting in a 196, putting in a $2 average, and then I just drift. Now at this point, what I'm trying to do is scale into a position against the warrants. I drastically reduced my size, and I just started to build a scale position. But the more I think about this is not, I didn't have any front side risk. I don't know what else to say, except we're going to work on this. We're going to fix this. The majority of my volume, the majority of my size was put in backside here, giving me ultimately, once I had enough confirmation that we were into the backside, I pulled off a 252.98 average, and we're trading at 290. So I carried up 40 cents. Now, when I think of front side risk, I'm thinking if I'm carrying 40 cents up, I need a 2-to-1, I need a 3-to-1, I want $1.20. If I'm going to carry 40 up, I want $1.20 back. I want to get a 3-to-1, right? $1.20 off of $3 is $1.80. Oh, look where the targets are, $1.80. All right, so I have a 3-to-1 risk reward on this carry. Now, this is not a normal strategy that you see every day. I'm trying to develop, and the guys in the Wolf Trading Discord room, we're trying to level up. We're trying to get to that next level. We're trying to pass retail up is what we're trying to do. We're not afraid to say it. We got a lot of talent in the room. Now, with that being said, this needs to be addressed, and it will. But with that being said, we're not letting our losers run, and we're not cutting winners short. Now we have a trim here. We're taking off a majority of of the position right here, right? We're trimming at 229 and we're trimming at 226. Here's the sizing right here. We're trimming that position down for profit. Remember, our average is at 250, right around this area. All right, so we're getting a 1-to-1 on this trim. Now, I know if I get a 1-to-1 on this trim and I carry up on the second recycle, that's going to reduce my risk, right? The profit I take on the recycle narrows the gap on my risk. Now, that might be a little bit of an advanced feature, but we're going to get into that in the room. We're excited. We got guys leveling up every day. You can hear it in my voice. Game changer. So here I am now. Now, I reported this in the room that I'm working a 255 scale. Now, I'm scaling 255 when we get a flush. Now, this little bit of a move right here from 255 to 230 does not interest me. I'm not in the scalp mode. Now, I could have scalped this. There was 13 flushes on the day, right? Like 1, 2, 3, right? I counted them. 13 flushes where this was a scalper's dream. I was playing this on a larger, I was playing a larger core. Sometimes you'll see my charts and they got massive entries and massive exits. That's a scalping day. I just didn't scalp today. But we position played it. And we're scaling into a 255 thesis, as I said, letting this exhaustion occur. And I also had ads out here. This scale package was put together all at once, except for these backside ads. But these, this 278 and 290 and 282 was formulated all at one time. Now, if you get more interested, if you want to know more information about how we scale, jump in the Wolf Trading Discord room. So here I am now after this average. I'm back to a 253.87 average. Now, I'm comfortable with that average. Now, it's not I don't know how to explain this, but it's not coincidence that I'm working at 252.98 and then I scale again back in and I'm working at 253, right? Math is a language, and if the more we understand math, the more we can size in, and the more we like math is just to a professional trader, math is edge, right? The majority of traders are strong in math, yeah, but grab a textbook, go online, calculate. Just, I don't want to give too much away in this video, but get your arithmetic down. So here we are with a 253 average, and we're flushing into VWAP. Now, again, this does not interest me. I have targets down based off of my lines right here. I want 219. No, I don't even want 219. I had several opportunities to take 219. I don't want that 222, 219 line. I want 187. And I want 157. Now, these are the targets that I calculated in once I took this risk. I'm not going to take this risk and alter my targets, right? And even if we don't hit, a couple times we came down and I was tempted to take, that 218 or even that $2 range right here because that was in between my target lines, but I did not take it. Now I'm continuing to watch this wedge come out. We come under VWAP, and then I saw this push, and GHSI was order flow difficulty 7.5 to 8 on the order flow manipulation difficulty level. We watch that every day. We got guys in the room learning how to read the tape. Guys are catching leading indicators off the medium-sized tape, and it's a beautiful thing. Now we finally sell off end of day. Been watching this tape all day. Now we come down, and here we go with a little pop. These guys are trying to get some longs in. They've been trapping long liquidity all day. This consolidation right here, I did notice that in this range, this 1410 to 1450, this half-hour consolidation, there was some institutional exchanges going on. This was not part of the retail package for them, in my opinion. This was outside of the normal order flow. Larger players handling their business, and then back to normal chart printing. I think they had to readjust their size, and they wanted different passive liquidity on the board, right? These guys are waiting for the right numbers. Once the numbers are correct, they're going to execute. These guys are pros. We're trying to emulate them. We're trying to trade with them. Today we traded their game. Now we're taking profit at 198. Here's the profit down here. We're taking big boy profit. Off of some frontside big boy risk, right? So big risk, we need that big reward. We're taking shares down here at 198. We're taking shares at 195, and then we're taking 189. And again, 189, right? 198, 195, 189. And then I'm waiting. That's a different name. And then that's it. Now I have more targets set out. I have targets at, actually those are shared in the room, but we do have more targets out. That was a great trade. A lot of learning on that, right? We can improve on this one. Hands down, we need to get better on the front side. FRAN. FRAN was another great trade. Big profit. Did I just close that chart? Oh, man. 1 second, guys. I apologize. Man, hold on 1 second, guys. This hasn't never happened to me before. Let me pop this out. Always on top. FRAN. Okay, FRAN was, we did not spot any dilution in the room. It could have been a possibility, but we didn't see it. Here's a good look at my MAs and what I'm rolling with on the chart. Let's just get that out of the way. So we're building a position on this front side here. Now we identified levels in the room. We know where our risk's at. We're starting to build a small position in pre-market. Pre-market executions are here, right? Transparency. I want you guys to see how I scale and how we do this. When I was learning last year, 2 years ago, this information was not available to me, and I wish it was. So there's some really good coaches and mentors that gave me a lot of time and attention, and I just want to give back to the room and back to the community a little bit. We're going to get better every day. We're going to continue to give back. That's the goal. So here we go. Some partial fills, not top tick partial fills, not moving the orders, and then I'm starting to size in. Now I feel more comfortable. I have a 5.8. My last pre-market entries, front side are 518. I just deleted my chart. I don't know what my average is right here, but my average is probably around $5 or 506. And then I have a aggressive switch from my front side core, right, which is basically a position. I'm accumulating a position with the option to scalp, short scalp strength, if that makes sense, to trim the risk down. And then once I figure that we have backside confirmation, which is difficult to do, but again, yesterday I was able to identify the backside on that first consolidation, and it makes it so much easier if you can identify the backside in the upper consolidation, because what happens if we have a massive flush like this? Now we have the second backside. Let's zoom in. Now we have the second backside consolidation, right? Number one, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, right? So say if you don't catch this first tier, now you're trying to size in at like 487, 480. I mean, you just lost 50 cents. You just lost 12%. People have to put money in the banks for like 19 years to get 12% back, right? We're fighting for price. So here we are. We're adding size on the backside. Now, this is an opportunity to level up, right? Identifying the first consolidation on the backside is a game changer. Now here we go. We're in the bell. I'm trimming the position a little bit. Executions here. I'm trimming the position a little bit, and I want to get more comfortable. I want to absorb my average. I want to take some profit, take the risk off from my mistake from adding down here, right? This is a mistake. This was too low, and I didn't even trim. The size was so small. I let it float up on me because honestly, because the amount of profit I've been making over these last couple weeks, still continuing to use my original size, these small numbers have not been phasing me, and that's an error, right? I need to respect risk the same as I would no matter what, right? Risk demands respect regardless of how much account or size. It doesn't matter. We need to respect risk. This is an error. I'm just opening up and being honest with you guys and telling you why I'm letting these numbers float up. So here we are taking profit, absorbing a little bit of this this low average, and then adding back heavy. Only 300 shares. Maybe not. We didn't go too heavy on this one, and then we're just trimming it off. Trimming 2/3 of this ad off right here, and now we're looking for lower targets. Now, I reported these targets in the room. 405 and 390 and 390, 405, 404 and 392 were the targets I reported in the room, and we waited for them. We just waited for them. We set these targets. We set it and we forget it, right? We're not going to cut our winners short. Shout out to some guys in the room. Omar, he's doing really well. Hope he doesn't get mad, but today is his anniversary. Happy anniversary, Omar. But this guy is he's the most improved profit taker, in my opinion. We look at everybody's charts every day. If you guys are posting charts in the room, we look at them. We evaluate them. We learn from them ourselves, and then also we provide valid feedback. We find it to be valid in our opinion, to help you to become better. Constructive criticism, right? We're always looking to get better. But Omar has been cutting. He's been risk adverse on the front, and he's been letting his targets unwind, and he's taken that capture, right? Where we enter the stock and where we exit the stock is the percentage of the move, right? Say if this was $1 move, maybe we captured 85 cents. We captured 85% of the move. Now that means there's 15% on this chart where we can improve, and that's how we look at it. We want to look at that 15%. We want to focus on the 15, not the 85. We're always focusing on that outside percentage where we can improve, right? We can really look how far we can zoom in on this chart. I mean, we can zoom in for days. You can have execution. You can have charting technologies where they have 15-second bars, 15-second candles. Like, we can get in here and we can figure out these strategies, and we can become the best. We can dominate. If we want to put the time and the work in, we can be. There's no limitations on how good we can be. If you want to dominate, then you can go do it. This is it. I mean, this is what we do for a living. We get excited about trading. I left money on the table. I have 100 shares available for a 344 target. But there's a lot of room for improvement here. These ads need to be up here, right? I need to be up in this area. And I'm not going to be able to really size in to these pre-market front side moves until I can get this right, Because if I can get this right, this 200 and 300 share ads can be 2 and 3,000s, and then 10,000s, and then we need to be so good that liquidity becomes an issue. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but we got big dreams and we got big goals in Wolf Trading. And if you think you're a big trader or you're a small trader, but you have big dreams and you have big passion, give us a look. We have open enrollment, and we would love to see and hear what you guys are trading. CAPR. Now this was a dead cat bounce off of a manipulation push. Let's just go ahead and take a look. Excuse me. So here we go. Let's zoom out of the chart just real briefly. Let's do a 15-minute chart. Yeah, that's enough right there. So here we go. Here's that massive manipulation up to around $9, 885 is a decision point for us. And we're trying to push back into resistance. Now, this is not front side volume profile. We do have the front side volume profile in the runner's room, but you can see right here, intraday, or I should say intra-week resistance at 770. Now, I was trying to scale into this 740 line, and I should be honest, I was going to scale into this 770 line, but I was starting to take size-wise, the size, like I go by tiers, right? Here's tier 1, here's tier 2, here's tier 3, which is normally a 3-tier scaling system, but I would have went tier 4 on this. Plus I have massive profit from this. We've been trading this for weeks, not for weeks, but we've been trading this every day. We've been in a swing core position on this from a few days ago, and we've been taking profit on it every day. We have a good beat on the order flow. So, and again, I don't have my average because I just deleted that chart, and I apologize for that. But my average was, I still have a position. So my average for CAPR is 661.78. So here I am with the 661 average right here, which is not the best, but I got the size that is gonna. I have size at 661. I'm taking profit at $6, 592, and then I was trying to fight for price down here at this 563 decision point, fighting for for price right here, not getting filled, but not chasing. And if I'm going to chase a target, I'm going to chase it on the pro side down here. I'm not going to chase it on the amateur side up here. That's a pro tip. So then I noticed too, after hours right here, we have the offer dropping below 563. Now look, they're holding this thing up all day long. They're not letting me get out at 566. Now they're just giving up 551 offers. Just something to think about. Also look at this right here. Similar situation yesterday in after hours. Just keep that in mind because we have low targets. CAPR. We have targets way down. Lower. Here we go. We got targets in this area right here. With that being said, I have a couple swings and we'll get you guys out of here. Appreciate your time. Let's look at MLNT. 3 more minutes, we'll be done. MLNT. Here we are taking profit at 371 from a swing position. MLNT, I have a 612.77 average. Taking profit at 370. OSS, we closed the position out today. This thing finally just dumped a little bit, which was nice. Finally got that sell-off that we were looking for. We were in this position last week, I believe, right around here. I don't have the averages, do I? 221.7. So we have a 221 average from up here holding this thing. And then the last is CEI. Now, CEI has just been bread and butter. This is the easiest trade I've ever had, I think. We still have targets out here. Still have targets out here at 250 and 163. We're just patiently holding out for those. The average that I'm working with on CEI is 435.63. So our average is right around here. And, you know, we're taking profit almost $2, and we're looking for that $3-4 move. And that's it, guys. That's the last of the trades. I appreciate your time. Let's go over to the Wolf Trading Discord room. Sorry about that. I was working on an earlier video. We did a volume profile, members only video, and that's kind of threw me off. So I apologize for the poor performance today, but give me another look. We'll make it better tomorrow. So here's the runners. This is going to be on topic in play for tomorrow potentially. It's definitely going to be on main watch until we wake up. GHSI, right? We got that sell-off. Now they still have warrants at 328, we believe. I'm carrying 60% of my position looking for low targets. FRAN, we're going to be watching this. It looks a little fadey, but they gave it up today. We're going to see how this SSR plays for tomorrow. ANIX was a low volume push, but it tested this upper range right here twice. I want to see if it can get up and sit on top of this. If it can sit on top of this and get legs, I'm interested in it. JAGX. Now, JAGX is a highly manipulative trash stock, but this type of spike, this emotional spike, pump and dump, whatever you want to call it, we can scalp that. We can scalp the tape. We can scalp the order flow. We can get in on this, and we can profit off of this. So we're going to keep it on watch, and we're going to see if it's going to do the same thing. YTRA is a low volume push. I don't know if it was a reverse split. Doesn't look like it because it drifted up after hours. Now, when stocks tend to drift up like this after hours, to me, it just makes me think like sneaky agenda. Like, what are these guys trying to do? And then they're just going to let it sit flat right here. I don't know if a large player institution is pushing it, the sneaky deaky on the low liquidity, and then he's starting to accumulate a position, or if he's trying to get another leg. I got to do fundamental research on this, and which we will. CAPR, we're going to keep that on main watch too. Right now, like I said, it's trading below this DP right here, and we want to know why. So we're going to be interested in that tomorrow. And that's it, guys. So thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Sorry about the video again, but big profit today. A lot of mistakes. Somebody in the room said that they had medium profits, but high amount of learning. And I said that's a beautiful thing. We'll take that every day. All right, guys. Hopefully everyone stayed safe, and we'll see you next time.